Hello everyone. Today in our video for PSY 310, me and my friend will discuss about thorium as fuel in fusion-fission system. Before we start, let me introduce you to our team members. First, we have Muhammad Al-Hafid bin Rahmat, then Nasrullah bin Azizan, followed by Anas bin Azawan, Ahmad Zafirul Haq bin Nur Afendi, and me, Muhammad Daniel Haris bin Lisan. For the introduction, let's see, what is thorium? Thorium is a chemical which has a symbol Th and atomic number of 90. Thorium is a weakly radioactive like silver metal which turnish olive grey when it is exposed to air, and it will form thorium oxide. After that, thorium is a naturally occurring, slightly radioactive metal discovered in 1828 by the Swedish chemist George Jacob Berzelius, who named it after Thor. Thor is a Norse god of thunder. So, why we choose this topic? This is because there is some interesting fact about thorium, which is thorium has a great potential as a safer, cleaner, and more sustainable nuclear fuel. And thorium is more abundant in the earth than uranium, and thorium energy can generate large amount of electricity with very low carbon emission. What is the relevance in modern physics? Firstly, thorium applies nuclear physics principle, which is thorium fuel systems involve radioactive decay, neutron absorption, fission reaction, and energy release. Second, it also have advanced energy technology, which is modern physics is not only about atoms and particles, but also developing future technologies. So, thorium reactors are part of the progress for the technology in the future. And lastly, interdisciplinary importance, which is these topics combines nuclear physics, engineering material science, and also environmental science. Now, let's move to my friend Anas, and he will share about the methodology of how we gather information about this topic. Let's go.
Now, let's jump into methodology for gathering information. Number one is formulating a keyword strategy. Instead of searching for thorium randomly, we use a highly specific yet academic keyword to narrow down our scope. For example, thorium fuel cycle, fusion-fission hybrid system, and subcritical reactor driven by fusion. The next method is leveraging credible academic database. To ensure scientific accuracy, we bypass generic website and filter our source using reputable database like Google Scholar and ScienceDirect. We also heavily rely on official technical reports, International Atomic Energy Agency, IAEA, and documentation from the International Thermonuclear Experimental Reactor, ITER project. Let's dive into challenges encountered and solution. Challenge 1 is complex physics concepts. The issue is combining plasma physics and nuclear engineering involves very heavy technical skill. The solution is we watch educational science animation first to understand the basic concept visually before reading the complex academic papers. For example, in YouTube or in IAEA website. The next challenge is a lack of real-world data. The issue is since thorium hybrid reactors are still in the prototype or theoretical stage, there is no commercial power plant data available. The solution is we adapted by focusing our research on computer simulation data and studying the nuclear roadmaps of countries leading this research like China and India. The concept, fusion-fission hybrid system. The first one is the fusion core or the driver. Act as a powerful source that shoot out high-energy neutron. The number 2 is the marriage of two technologies. It combines nuclear fission, the core, and nuclear fission, the outer blanket. And the last one is the thorium blanket, or the fuel. Thorium-232 cannot split on its own. It captures the neutron from the fusion core and transforms into uranium-233, which then split to generate massive heat and electricity. Why is it so important? We have two reasons here. The first one is subcritical safety. Unlike traditional uranium, thorium hybrid system is subcritical. It cannot sustain a nuclear reaction on its own. The second one is zero risk of meltdown. If anything goes wrong, we just turn off the fusion core and the whole system is instantly shut down. Let's move on to Afid to continue our journey on this topic.
Hi, I'm Afi, so I will explain about factual details, concept, and law. First, the fertile nature of thorium. Thorium 232 is fertile, not fissile. It cannot sustain a chain reaction on its own. It must first absorb a neutron to transmute into uranium 233, which is an excellent nuclear fuel. Second, the hybrid mechanism. In this system, a fusion core acting as neutron source is surrounded by a blanket of thorium. The high energy neutrons from fusion strike the thorium, converting it into fissile material. Third, a subcritical operation. Because the system relies on an external neutron source, the fusion reactor to keep the fission going. The reactor can operate in a subcritical state. If you turn off the fusion beam, the entire reaction stops instantly. Lastly, neutron multiplication. High energy fusion neutron can initiate N or 2N and N or 3N threshold reaction in the thorium blanket, effectively multiplying the neutron flux available for breathing for or fission without requiring a critical mass. Okay, so in this part, I will explain daily life application. First, carbon-free grid stability. Thorium-based FFH systems are designed to provide baseload electricity for the public power grid. Unlike intermittent renewables, they offer a constant energy supply necessary for modern infrastructure, including hospital, transportation, and home heating. Second, we have risk management and longevity. The fusion-fission process can burn or transmute long-life radioactive waste from conventional nuclear plants. For the average citizens, this reduces the environmental burden and the need for high security, millennial-long geological responsibilities. Lastly, we have medical and industrial byproduct. Secondary to energy, the high neutron flux in this system can be used to produce medical isotope used in cancer treatments and diagnostic imaging like PET scan, which are critical to daily healthcare. Hello. So in this part, I will explain recent advancements and controversies. For the advancements, first, China TMSRLF1. China recently reached significant milestone with its experimental molten salt thorium reactor. They are aiming for commercial developments by 2030. Second, compact fusion source. The development of high temperature superconducting HTS magnets has allowed for smaller, more efficient fusion cores, making the drivers for thorium hybrid system more feasible. For the controversies, first, the protactinium challenge. During the breathing process, protactinium 233 is produced. It has a high neutron capture cross sections, meaning it can poison the reaction if not managed properly. This requires complex on-line chemical reprocessing of the fuel, which raises technical and cost concern. Lastly, environmental mobility. Recent studies have highlighted that while thorium is chemical stable, its ions can become geometrically mobile under specific condition, leading to the potential ecological risk if waste management is not strictly regulated.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. So now I will explain potential carriers related to thorium and hybrid system. First, nuclear research scientists working in laboratory or private energy firm to develop the blanket technology where thorium is converted into fuel using fusion neutrons. Second, nuclear materials engineering specialized in studying how thorium-based fuel and reactor components withstand extreme high and heat neutron flux over long period. Third, nuclear policy and non-proliferation analysis. Since thorium systems are often thought for being proliferation resistant, experts are needed to work with international bodies like the IAE to create safety and security frameworks. The last one, nuclear reactor operator or system engineer, focusing on the next generation of reactor, especially overseeing the complex integration of a fusion core with a fusion metal. The next one is skill needed to excel. First, computational and software skill. Monte Carlo codes, M, C, and P, Surface or OpenMC. These are industry standards tools for stimulating how radiations interact with matter. Second, Python for data analysis and writing custom scripts for physics stimulation. And the second one that we need to skill is practice soft skill. First, system thinking. Fission hybrids are incredibly complex. You need to ability to see how a change in the fusion core affect the chemistry of the thorium blanket. The second one, technical writing. You will be writing grants, safety reports, and research paper. Clarity the vital when dealing with high-stake technologies.
For this section, I will explain about self-development for a career in modern physics. First is the significance of continuous self-development. In modern physics fields such as thorium, fusion, and fission system, technology is always evolving. Therefore, we need to continuously learn new knowledge and skills so that we do not fall behind. Besides that, we must also master safety and sustainability aspects such as nuclear waste management to help produce cleaner and more environmentally friendly energy. Continuous self-development can also improve critical thinking skill and increase career competitiveness in future technologies like generation or reactors. Next are the challenges in this field. One of the main challenges is understanding complex concepts such as plasma physics and neutron kinetics. Their education pathway is also long because it usually requires study from degree level up to PhD. In addition, research facilities are still limited and there is strong global technological competition in this industry. Lastly, are the strategies to success in modern physics. We should learn step by step and use simulation software such as MCNP, OpenMC, and MATLAB. It's also important to strengthen our fundamental in subjects like quantum physics, thermodynamics, and calculus. Besides that, digital resources such as MOOCs, webinar, and virtual labs can help improve our knowledge and skill. Additional skills like programming and communication are also important for career
So,
development.
what can I conclude from my friend's presentation? First, thorium is one of important materials in multiple industry in modern day. Second, career in nuclear industry requires a high level of skills and experience. And third, we can see nuclear material like thorium, have a great potential for development in the future. Now we are at the end of the video. Thanks for your attention and see you guys on the next video. Bye bye.